So, my new road bike is the Avanti Corsa DR. Let's get this thing built.
I can get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep.
Fuck, I'm gonna be going fast.
Possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations. I know we'll be alright. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day it reappears. Night after night my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Alone between the sheets only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets, smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights, though there's little variation. It nullifies the night.
Alright, we're just going for the first ride on the fresh rig. I probably won't show you too much of it, but I was going to go do some sprints because I want to see how fast it can go.
Night after night my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Come back another day.
So this is my road bike. It's a 2021 Avanti Corsa DR, and I've owned it for a bit over 4 years now. I've been through a lot with it. It's the bike that got me into road racing and really into the endurance side of biking. I've done an Everest on it.
Done, in the back.
I've won club champs on it. I've done a 100-mile gravel race on it, and I've raced for a team in the United States on it, alongside the guy that just won Unbound. It's coming up on 20,000 kilometers, and it's nearly time for me to sell it on. But before I do that, I wanted to give it the send-off it deserves. The only way I know how. We're going to do a massive ride on it. I wanted to do the longest ride I've ever done. I want to hit the 500 kilometer mark. So you know the story behind the ride now, but I haven't actually explained to you what the ride's going to be just yet, and I might save that till it gets light, which is going to be a wee while because it's currently 3 AM, so very early start on this one. Just like that, we are gone, burgers. I'll see you when the sun's up. Surely that means it's going to be a good day. Alright, daylight now. Time to try and explain what we're actually doing. So I figured, right, Avanti's a New Zealand brand, so I thought for the last hurrah, it'd be cool to kind of mix in some other iconic New Zealand thing. And obviously you've seen the title, so we've gone with 4 squares. If you don't know, if you're not from New Zealand, the 4 square is basically like a locally owned mini supermarket kind of thing. They're dotted all over New Zealand, and we're going to go to everyone in the top of the South Island except Karamea, because fuck that. Oh god, I just realised they're at 9, not 8. I've been counting it off as 8 this whole time, but they're at 9. So it's Brightwater, Wakefield, Mapua, Tapawera, Murchison, Spring Creek, Picton, Havelock, and Adawai. So grand total should be pretty close to 500 k's. And yeah, currently we are climbing over the Hope Saddle, doing what I expect to be the worst part of the ride, 74 k's on the main road, the main highway to Murchison, and then back probably another 30 to the turn off when we start heading towards St Arnaud, and then over to Renwick. Oh, yeah, not very fun like this. Yuck. Foursquare number one, boys. That is Brightwater Foursquare. Alright, not stopping. Obviously they're not open, it's 3:30 in the morning. On to the next one. The sweet glow of the Wakefield Foursquare. Saved me many a time, that one has. That's probably the store I've got the actual most connection with, because I grew up in Wakefield here, and I always used to get my $5 pocket money for the week and hush down there on my bike to spend it on some lollies and a 70-cent can of drink. So, oh man. Woohoo! Number 3, Mapua Foursquare. So if you know the Nelson area, yeah, I double back from Wakefield to Brightwater over the Mootery Hill, and yeah, into Mapua for number 3 of 8. And now we are headed for Tapawera. Hasn't even been 2 hours yet, so we've still got a while left in the dark. Probably will be about 4 hours in the dark, I think. Foursquare Tapawera, done and dusted. I kind of thought it'd be daylight by the time I got here, to be honest. I guess it's not as far in as I was expecting, but how far in actually are we? Pretty much 100 k's. 100 k's done. It's been 3.5 hours. Getting a little bit of spitting. I think it's going to be raining more toward Murchison, so that won't be super fun, but it is what it is. Yeah, so as expected, this is a pretty awful road to ride on. Definitely wouldn't recommend it. I would probably never do it again. Just need to get to Murchison though. So this is where we'll be turning off once we come back. We're going up there into the valley there towards St Arnaud. But yeah, gotta get to Murch first. Oh man. Pretty much been a swirling, gusty headwind all the way into Murchison. I'm still probably, I don't know, 15 minutes away. But yeah, not very pleasant at all. Hoping it's tailwind on the way back, but yeah, even still, this road's shocking to ride on, eh? Oh well. Oh god, that was a drag. Feeling that. Okay, so we're about 180 k's in. Ticked off our 5th Foursquare. Definitely I would say the most painful one to get to, so that's good. Definitely feeling a wee bit cracked. And I'm pretty worried about that wind because I think a lot of it was coming from the Wairau Valley, which is where I've got to go down, and I'd essentially be heading in the same direction for like I don't know, like 140 k's almost. So if there's a headwind down there, that's going to be fucking rough. Look at that smug prick fucking laughing at me. I was just talking to a guy outside the Foursquare. He came over and obviously saw my kind of bike packing setup sort of thing. And was saying he'd done sound to sound and stuff, had a bit of a chat to him. And we were sort of making, or he was sort of making the joke about how it's just like hopping from Foursquare to Foursquare, like bike packing is. No, it's like, fuck, you don't know how true that is, mate. Oh. I have a horrible feeling we've just turned into a block headwind, but I'm still very glad to be off that road. We're headed towards St Arnaud now, and then onwards. Picton, 153 k's. Ah, yes.
Softly say to ourselves, if we could be anybody else, and I tell myself it's just a blue day, and it's hard.
Alright, back in St Arnaud, in the mountains. Such an epic spot. Definitely going through a little bit of a low patch. Not mentally, which is good. Feeling okay on that front, but physically feeling pretty rough. I think the lack of sleep's catching up to me already, which is kind of worrying, but I'm sure it'll come and go. I probably only got 4.5 hours sleep, maybe 5. So yeah, a bit rusty. Those flags are looking pretty promising though. That's like direct tailwind for the wire out, if that's true. Could be my lucky day. This is what I quickly mentioned, because a few of you are probably interested in being at my last video, the Triple Crown, when I had the problems with riding in the dark. You're probably wondering if I'm doing anything different this time to try and avoid that. So yeah, I am. I usually have a rule that I don't really tell people what I'm doing when I'm doing these missions. Like, I'll tell my parents, you know, 1 or 2 people for safety, but I don't like going around and telling people because I just hate the possibility of not going through with it, whether it's because I fail or because I don't end up wanting to do it, and then, you know, I'm that person that doesn't do what they say they're going to do. But that has the kind of obvious effect of making it a very lonely thing. So this time I have told a couple more people, actually asked one person in particular to message me a couple of times throughout the day. But yeah, even without people messaging, just knowing that other people know what I'm doing, it does actually make a difference mentally. So yeah, hoping that's going to make a difference. I must say, you know, even though I guess I'm almost halfway, so I'm actually a reasonable way into it, but I gotta say, I do feel better about it. I have a much better feeling about this, even though it's physically very, very difficult. I don't feel too bad mentally, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh my god, so I may be one cooked chicken, but we have a stomping tailwind down the wire out. Oh, look how fast are we going? Sitting on 45, nicely. 250 k's in, halfway baby. Oh, it's a beautiful day. For now. That section of the ride could not have gone any better, to be honest. So yeah, I stopped in St Arnaud, I had an energy drink and a piece of ginger slice, and then I did the whole thing here, 90 or 95k, with no stopping except for a quick one at a set of traffic lights, and just a ripping tailwind the whole way. Tailwind, aero bars and fresh off an energy drink. It was a good combo. So yeah, I think my average speed's up to like 30k an hour right now, which is just ridiculous considering how slow I was going a bit earlier on with the wind. We're at 330k now, so over 3/5 of the way in, which is nice. So I just got a really nice wholesome message from Paddy, just wishing me luck and all that.
I'll hope to hear back from you soon with a little progress update. So yeah, speak soon.
Classic. First 4 square and 166 k's. That was a big gap. Spring Creek done. That must be 5 out of 9? 6 out of 9. Yeah, 3 to go. But yeah, I think we're back into a headwind now. I think we're about to say goodbye to that 30k average. Alright, let's get to Picton then. Picton just before sundown. Now I'm just going to find the 4th square, because I don't think I've actually been to it before. Aha, 4 square spotted. Alright, that's 7 out of 9. Only 2 more to go, and Havelock and Edify. Next bit's going to be a bit tough because Queen Charlotte Drive has quite a lot of climbing, and I'm starting to get a pretty sore right knee. It's not feeling that flash on the climbs, but it's all good. I just paid $10 for this punnet with blackberries, but that's what I felt like, so $10 is chump change. That's the point of the ride. Alright, left Picton, on to Queen Charlotte Drive. Riding over here reminds me of my first ever 100k ride. The race, the Great Ride. Borrowed someone's road bike, raced it in like mountain bike clips, baggy shorts and a tie-dye singlet, and and like a fanny pack.
Woohoo, Seamus!
I think the only nutrition I had for the whole 100k was a handful of lollies and like a sip of drink of water, because I was so scared of riding in the bunch. I couldn't take my hands off the bars. Oh my god. Alright, Foursquare Havelock. One to go. One more to go. We're just over 400 k's now. My body is breaking down big time. The wheels are well and truly coming off. I've gotten really cold. I've got all my layers on. I've got 5 layers on. Yeah. Praying to absolute God that it's not a bad headwind. Oh fuck. Come on. We can do this. Just performed quite possibly the slowest rye saddle climb ever seen by man. But hey, made it up. Oh fuck. Oh. Oh. Last main obstacle is the Wongamoas. Once I'm over that, I always feel better. Feels like I'm back in Nelson, you know. Still got 62k to go to crack the 500. Fuck. It's getting hard. Oh, well, it's been hard. There's really only one thing to do when you're totally fucking cracked in the middle of the night on the side of a road somewhere to cheer yourself up, and that is to practice your Scooby-Doo laugh. Oh god, imagine I should just let out this massive Scooby-Doo. I can't get a good one. Okay, so I know you can't see me, but I just had the bright idea that I thought it'd be funny to go for a KOM up the old Wongamoas road, you know, 450 k's in or whatever it is. I don't know why. I have no idea who's got it. I don't even know where the segment really is. Don't know what the time is, but I just, from a physical standpoint, I'm genuinely quite interested to see how my body is for like a short effort now. I just think that'd be really interesting. So we'll give that a stab. Alright, well here we are. So like I said, don't know where it starts. And I'm thinking more and more this is a really bad idea, but no, I don't have any buts actually, it's just a really bad idea. I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, the bike's so heavy as well. Oh my god. I might as well have cooked pasta for legs. Be about as bloody useful. Fucking hell. Tade pogacha. Okay. Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Where's that done? That was dumb. That really hurt. Oh, good fun. I'll check in later and see how we did on that. Woohoo! Made it to the top of the Wongamoas. Yeah, last real big hurdle. I think it's about 35k to home, but 44k to hit 500. And I'm pretty set on hitting 500 because quite honestly I don't want to do this again. So yeah, let's get down this hill, TT our way back into town, tick off the last Foursquare in Adawai, and fucking go home. Oh my gosh, what a long day. There it is, the mythical ninth wonder of the world, aka the ninth Foursquare. Atawhai. Never been so happy to see that smiling man in his little green top. Wow. What a journey. Not that it's done yet, but you know, the challenge is done. Alright, well, we're not too far out of Nelson now, and then not too far out of Richmond, and then a couple laps around the block, and we'll be there. We're at 474 at the moment. Yeah, I forgot to say actually, when I surpassed my previous PB, but yeah, longest ride I've ever done officially, in terms of distance. Alright, let's get this shit done. I kind of thought the next clip would be finishing, but I am utterly creeping. I don't think I've ever ridden a road bike that slowly without headwind. I'm in Tahuna. I'm like, oh, I ride through here like every other day after work, but it just seems so far away from home. Oh. Fuck, this has been a big day. Oh my god. And just like that, it is all over. Oh, that's so unfathomable. Like, what do you mean 500k? That's not a fucking distance you ride a bike. God, not to like use the overused saying, but if you told me a few years ago, or as a kid, that one day I'd ride a bike for 500 kilometers in one go, that fucking hell, it's just incomprehensible. Well, stats are yeah, 17 and a half hours moving. How long was I out there for? Yeah, so 17 and a half hours moving, and the time is 11:30, so not a good time to be trying to do math. 3 AM to 3, 12 hours plus 8, 20 hours. Yeah, 20 and a half hours I spent out there. Fuck. And the average speed was 28.7. God, that must have taken a hit in the last in the last couple hours. Oh my god. When I was riding back from Tahuna, I wasn't even getting above 20k an hour. I reckon I've ridden a downhill bike back from town faster than that. The biggest plus of today, I think it has to be the mental space. It was just totally different this time than Triple Crown. Not as in I felt like, you know, super motivated the whole day and I was like really keen and there was not a single point where I thought about quitting or I thought it was hard or whatever, but I was just like stable, you know. Wasn't like overthinking things, overthinking situations outside of the ride. Wasn't having illogical thoughts, if that makes sense. Like, I was able to control, the logical side of my brain was able to control what I was thinking, which was good. And yeah, I was able to stop myself spiraling if I felt it coming, you know. So that is a big win. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside and probably fall asleep at the dinner table. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later.